Hey, everybody, welcome back. I wanted to say hi, guys. I missed you for a minute, but we're back. I wanted to tell you about this phone call I had yesterday. And this one of my friends called me, and one of her cousin, who I know, was asking me about of all subjects, which is menopause, and she was just telling me about all the different symptoms she was having, from the night sweats. For me, it was the mood swings and sweating. Oh, bad attitude, and I was getting tired of myself. So I did some research, and it was so funny. My mother told me about a lady that she worked with, and this lady was getting something called, pellets. And my mom was so fascinated about it. Now my mom's been gone for many, many years, but for some reason, I remember that, and I think I was like a teenager when she said that. But about 2 years ago, decided to research it because that's when I was starting to feel the heat, if you know what I mean. But I looked it up, and it's hormone replacement therapy, but it's called pellet therapy. And so what I did, I was desperate because I was trying some of the over the counter stuff, and it just wasn't holding me down like I needed to. So I decided to look up a provider in my area. And at that time, I think I was in Louisiana. And it just so happens that I found a nurse practitioner actually, that does the hormone replacement therapy. And that's when I got my first pellet therapy. Now, I know that sometimes like hormone therapy is kind of controversial, but the by mouth ones, I tried the by mouth ones, and I noticed that I had a lot of side effects. I mean, feel like I had gained 100 pounds, and it was just too much. I tried the shot, I tried the by mouth ones as well, and it was just too much introduction of the hormones at one time. So I decided to try the pellet therapy. And let me tell you, the pellet therapy was everything. I with the BioT, which is what I've had most often, BioT pellet therapy. That one I saw like almost an immediate relief of all of the symptoms. Like within a week's time, I felt so much better. Attitude was adjusted back to where it needed to be, and also the sweating stopped and all of that. So that one was, and usually with the pellet therapy, it lasts anywhere between to 3 to 5 months, around about. Some of the practitioners say you can do it every 4 to 6 months, and it's been a game changer for me. I like it because there is a small incision that has to be made, and it's made under the fat on your backside. It's a little incision, and they place some really teeny, 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 teeny pellets that are plant based up under your skin, and that somehow science is awesome. The pellets will dissolve little by little over the next 3 to 6 months. And when I tell you, it balances, and the reason why the body accepts it much better is because it's slowly giving you the hormones that you need, and it's no big deal. We all are getting older. I'm what, 2 years from 50. This year I'll be 2 years from 50. I mean, from 60, excuse me. And I'm not even scared to say, hey, yes, I went through menopause, but I said, if I'm going to go through menopause, I'm going to go through gracefully. So you guys need to look that up. And also, I decided to try. I listened to. I'm going to see if I can drop the link in the bottom of this video. I was watching YouTube last week, and I found this doctor out of Atlanta. Her name is Dr. Tosha, Tosha. and she is a wonderful doctor out of Atlanta. And she was talking about hormone replacement therapy, and she also found an even better one that she suggests, but it's pellet therapy as well, and it's called EvexiPEL. And let me spell that for you. I've got to put my glasses on. It's EvexiPEL, and it's a hormone replacement therapy, just like the pellet therapy. The first one I tried. So this time I tried the EvexiPEL. I just got it done the other day, 3 days ago, and I'm going to see how it works. Now, one thing I wanted to tell you: when you do the pellet therapy, some of the pellet therapy you may have to pay out of pocket, and some of it because a lot of insurance companies do not cover it. You can, with some people, with some of the providers, you can use your HSA. So what happens is you have to have your lab work done. And this was the first time I've actually been in one place and not been traveling and working. So I found a provider in my area, and she'll draw your blood. I'm going to tell you the process. She'll draw your blood. She looks at your thyroid level, your hormone level. She does a complete blood workup. And what happens is, once she gets those lab results, she'll go over it with you. And when she goes over everything, then she can kind of decide what your dosage is going to be. Now, let's talk about dosages. Now, with the dosages, based on your lab work, you have to have they're able to say, well, if your hormone levels are this level, then I need to give you this much to balance it out. And that's one thing that I really like about it. It's not just randomly giving you a dose of hormones, just the same for everybody to start out. It's based on what your lab work shows. I think is 100% worth the out of pocket that you have to pay for it. I've had to pay out of pocket, but I really don't care because it has made my life so much better with controlling the symptoms. And you don't have to wait months and months and months for things to work. But this hormone therapy, it works, quickly, and it gets into your blood system, and it gives you a steady flow of hormones instead of you just going rock bottom. Now, there was a pamphlet that my nurse practitioner gave me, and it's called EvexiPEL, and I thought it was really cool. And I'm going to go over. It says who can benefit from this hormone replacement. It's called bioidentical hormone replacement therapy. So if you want to look that up. But these were some of the symptoms: lack of motivation, and you feel more tired than usual. You gain weight easily, especially around the midsection. You wonder why your sexual desire and libido has tapered off. You experience mood swings frequently. You feel anxious and depressed. You struggle with brain fog and insomnia. Those night sweats, waking up in the middle of the night. All of those are symptoms that you may be going through menopause. Now, as far as age of menopause, you could be 30 years old, and you could be premenopausal. And so from 30s to 40s to 50s, you could be experiencing like hair loss, insomnia, all of that. Then those are things that make you feel really bad when you're a woman. And the thing about it is, you've got to work, you've got to take care of your family, you've got all these different things going on. And I know for me, my well-being and how I feel every day, that makes such a huge difference in my life. So that's why I decided to, seek further to see. I know it was like, yeah, it's got to be a better way. Now, it can be ways to pay for your hormone replacement therapy, your bioidentical, is you can pay out of pocket, of course. You can use your credit card, or you could have a payment plan. And there are payment plans that you can use. On the average, it costs about anywhere between $300 to $450 to have the hormone replacement therapy. That's just for the procedure. And that's okay. To me, that's okay because it whatever it takes to make me feel better. So you do have to have access to funds, or if you have an HSA, you can pay for it with your HSA. You just have to check with your provider to see which one you can use. But basically, you have your labs drawn. I was really impressed with the person who did mine this time as well, because she was able to draw the blood herself. Also, she was able to get the labs back within 24 to 48 hours, which was good. So I got my labs done on a Friday, and then I had my pellet therapy done on a Thursday. Now, if they had to send the labs out, then it may be like a week or so before you can get your procedure, which is okay because you've been dealing with it for as long as you have. But if you have a provider that has those services there, that's good. Or I've even paid for my own lab work because I needed to have it done before I was going out of town, whatever, like that. But you can plan the whole thing out. But I can tell you, it has made such a tremendous difference in my life. I feel like I'm back in my my 30s again, whereas 2 years ago I was like, there is no way I'm going through this for the next few years without any help. So I want you guys to take a look at it, consider it. I was thinking about, I work psych. We're going to take we're going to go off the road a little bit, but I work psych, and I was listening to or reading some of the things about how some of the women in the past, they were admitted to psychiatric wards because of it was just because their hormones were off, because they were displaying all these bizarre, um, attitudes, and they're, presenting with, being angry and hateful and mean. And I've even heard of a lady who went through her menopause so bad that she was almost homicidal. I kid you not, almost homicidal. But that is because you're not, and it's nothing to be ashamed of, because you're not getting the hormones that we naturally produce. So whatever you do, if you don't do it for just for yourself, do it for your family, do it for the people that are around you, so you can have a better quality of life. Sometimes people ask me, Martha, why do you smile so much? And why are you so joyous? And why are you so happy? Because number one, God's in my life. And number two, I'm going through menopause, but I'm going through gracefully. And that means everything to me. Well, you guys, I hope that you find this helpful. I am going to try my best to put the link to Dr. Tosha. She explains it so well about the hormone replacement therapy. I'm also going to, there is a link that you can look up online, and it's called EvexiPEL. That's the product that I'm currently using, and it's EvexiAS.com. I'm going to see if I can find the link and put it in below. If not, I just told you what it was. And look it up. And one thing about this EvexiPEL, you can actually find a provider in your area. All you have to do is enter your zip code, and it will give you a choice of providers in your area. I'm so satisfied with it. I just thought I'd come on and give you guys a little information about it. And if you don't mind, hit the like, hit subscribe. I'm going to be going over some other things that I do that help me with my wellness and quality of life as well in my next upcoming videos. Well, I hope you guys have a great day. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next episode. Take care. Bye bye.